Hello explorers, and welcome to another explorers video. Today for our game, hidden behind me there are 8 stars. They look like this. They're actually quite small. Let me hold it near the camera but then show you next to my face how big it is. They're quite small, so it's a bit trickier than I had really thought it might be. So you're going to have to use your eyes really well to look at this scene behind me like we normally find Patrick, and see if you can find all the stars. So hopefully you've started looking. I wonder if you can see any already. If I move my head maybe a bit, you could look behind me there. Don't know if you can see any more. If you can see them, can you maybe point at the screen or shout or tell whoever you're watching this with that you can see some? Work out how many you can see. There are 8 to find. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. I'll crouch down. I wonder if you have found 8. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go and find them together. There is one up here. I wonder if you spotted that one. Let's take that one off. There are one there. Did you get that one? And one right up here. I wonder if you spotted that one. There are, let me see, oh, there's one on the red book here. I wonder if you got that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There is one on the cricket ball. Did you spot that one? 5. There is one up here on the green, really high up. 6. There's one right on the edge over here. Did you get that one? 7. And there's one, I think you can see it, hidden kind of in between the shelves. 8. My head might have been in the way for that one. Sorry about that if you couldn't spot that one beforehand. Those were our 8 stars for our Find the Star game. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a bit about something called a star trail. So if you remember these stars, we'll talk about it again at the end. Well done if you found all 8. Now the next thing we need to find is our friend Patrick. He is a giraffe. He always comes to Explorers, whether it's at Barnes Road or whether it's online, and he loves playing hide and seek. I wonder when you were looking for the stars whether you found Patrick. I'll give you a few more seconds just to look round to see if you can see anything that looks like a giraffe. I wonder if you can. Shall I show you where he is? His feet are up by the tennis ball up there, the big tennis ball. Can you see? He was sitting up on top of the tennis ball and he was enjoying watching us as we were finding the stars. Now, Patrick always comes to Explorers with a question. He likes finding things out about you and about us. And his question today, because it's nearly December, his question today is, what do you have a Christmas decoration that you are looking forward to putting up? That's his question. Some of you may have put your decorations up already. Let me show you. We have some special guests as well as Patrick here today. Let me show you Alan and Marion. Hello, Alan and Marion.
Hello.
Hello, Explorers.
Hello.
Lovely to be with you again.
Patrick's question, which you could answer for the Explorers to hear, is do you have a Christmas decoration you're looking forward to putting up?
Well, I don't put up much in the way of decorations, but we always have a Christmas tree, which at the moment is growing in the garden. And I love decorating the tree. It's very small, but I really like putting the lights on and the balls on. Yes, it's just good fun.
Lovely.
And I like seeing the lights on the Christmas tree, but I enjoy even more putting outside lights on. Just by our front door, I put lights on through a window and they trail over a trellis. So at night time, people coming up our road can see our Christmas lights. I love that.
Yeah, it's a really special time of the year, isn't it, when you can walk around and see people's Christmas lights. And we'll think a bit more about walking around and seeing things later on to do with the stars. Before we do that, we have the second part of our story that we started in the video last week, and Marion has got the second part for us today. Marion, could you remind us about what the book is?
I will. I'll show you the book first of all. It's called The Christmas Promise. And there it is. And it's written by Alison Mitchell. And the wonderful pictures in it by Katerina Echeverry. And it's published by the Good Book Company. And just to remind you, last week we heard about how Jesus was born in Bethlehem, the rescuing king, the new king, the forever king. But that was only the beginning of the story. Near to the town of Bethlehem, there were shepherds in the fields, and they had such a surprise. It was quiet and it was dark, and the sheep were snoozing, when whoosh, an angel popped into the sky. Now the sky was bright, and the shepherds were so scared. But the angel had a special message for them. Don't be afraid. I have wonderful good news for you, the angel said. God's chosen king has been born tonight. He is going to rescue his people, just as God promised. He will be the rescuing king. Then lots and lots of other excited angels joined in to celebrate. The shepherds were really excited. They went rushing to see the new king. And there he was, lying in the manger, just as the angel had said. But they weren't the only ones who had heard the good news about the promised new king. Some wise men living far away had also been sent a message. It was quiet and dark, and they were watching the stars when, whoosh, a new star popped into the sky. The star had a special message. The wise men knew what it meant. A very special king had been born, a king for all God's people. This child was the promised new king. The wise men were so excited, so they went on a long journey to see the new king. And there he was, just as the star had shown them. Everything God promised came true. There are lots and lots of different kings in the world, but God sent the greatest king of all. He sent a new king, a rescuing king, a forever king. And do you know what this king's name is? His name is Jesus. And now Alan is going to say a prayer.
And when we've finished, we'll sing together the Explorers' Amen. Father God, will you help us to remember that this is a real story, not a fairy story. It really happened. That there really were angels. There really were shepherds. And there really were wise men. And that you really sent King Jesus to be a rescuing king. And Father God, like the shepherds and like the wise men, we want to worship King Jesus too. And so we all sing together, Amen, 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 and I agree, Amen.
Thank you, Alan and Marion. It's so exciting to hear the story of the first Christmas, and that we're going to be celebrating that soon in a few weeks' time. As part of our celebrations from Binscombe Church, we are organising a trail around the area in Binscombe and Farncombe. It's called a star trail. Let me show you something I made earlier. Here is a star, one of the stars from the star trail. We are going to ask you guys and anyone who would like to, that's involved in different events at church, to decorate a star to put in their window. And as you are walking around Binscombe and Farncombe, you can count up how many stars you can see. We want them up in December, so you don't have to do it right now. But I've sent your mums and dads a template. So if you'd like to, you can make the star all colourful. I've stuck some gold paper on mine, but you could colour it in, or you could paint it or collage it. And you need to stick it in your window on the 1st of December. Next week, I'm going to tell you about some other exciting things you can look out for on the star trail, because we're going to have some different pictures that you will be able to see in different people's windows. But I will tell you more information about that in the next video. And also I'll send it to your mums and dads over email. But it's a really exciting way as we walk around our community, maybe on the way to school, where we can look out for different things from the Christmas story and remember what we've heard about Jesus and why he came. So explorers, we'd love you all to put a star in your window if you'd like to join in. Great, let me show you Alan and Marion again, and we hope you are all well, and we just need to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.